And with me now is the new president of Trinity College in Hartford, Daniel Lugo. President Lugo, good to see you here on the program.
Dennis, thanks for having me on, and thanks for all of your support of Connecticut higher education.
Well, we love Trinity College, and we love interviewing the college presidents because you learn so much about the future. What is your vision for Trinity as you take over?
Well, I'm so happy to join Trinity at a time where we're really thriving. We just finished a year where we had our largest fundraising year in the college's history. We sit on a 202-year legacy of excellence in the liberal arts college model. And the future really is designed for our types of graduates to lead commerce, business, civic, community engagement of all kinds. And so my vision is to further strengthen Trinity in its academic cores, so we are ensuring that our curriculum is the right content for a 21st century graduate to be able to compete out there in the world, to support all of our faculty and on the front line of their fields of scholarship and encourage them to bring our students along with them in that scholarship experience, and to further enhance our relationships with the city of Hartford. There is no question that when Hartford thrives, Trinity thrives, and vice versa. So very, very proud of all that we've done historically for the city of Hartford, and there's a lot more that we can do in the future.
It is historic when you're more than 200 years old now. 201, right?
202 years.
202 years old now, and some people don't know that the Trinity used to be where the state capitol.
That's exactly right.
Was, and you gave up the land so that they could enlarge the capitol, and you moved down to.
No doubt. You can visit the Capitol building and see that plaque that's been there since that smart business deal that got us onto another hill in the city of Hartford and then opened up the opportunity for Hartford to be the capital versus the city of New Haven where we're sitting right now. Your
freshmen grew up during COVID. You know, they went to school and high school and all that during COVID. How is it impacting their college life in your judgment?
Yeah, I think that's something that I've noticed over my 22-year history in higher education, that students that have had this COVID experience are coming to campus with slightly different approaches towards interaction with each other, interaction in the class, and their expectations are different. I think they're much more prone to use technology, and I think what they're getting at Trinity is exactly what they want. They want more interpersonal connections. Our emphasis on being a residential community where they learn almost as much outside of the classroom as what they learn inside the classroom is incredibly important to their development. And I think that's really an advantage for us in our types of schools as we move into the future.
We've heard about some battles between the Ivy League universities and the White House. Has Trinity had any difficulties with the administration at all in terms of being asked to do different things?
Yeah, I think we're all paying close attention to what's coming out of Washington these days. And I think it's somewhat unfortunate the way American higher education has been picked on when it's truly one of the most exceptional parts of our economy and a part of our identity and how we are the best providers of postgraduate education in the world and how we've been a beacon for talent from all over the world to come to the United States, and we benefit from tremendous brain gain as a result of that. Fortunately, Trinity hasn't had as many direct challenges in terms of the finances. We're not like Brown or Yale or Penn, and so we don't have hundreds of millions of dollars tied up into federally funded grants. But, you know, we have a thriving international community, both with students and faculty who have been very, very worried about the different policies and how that will affect their visas. And we do have a very, very advanced research portfolio on our campus that faculty lead that, you know, they've been slowed down in how they've been able to access funds. I hope we can get back to that partnership of where the federal government sees American higher education as the exact stimulus for the economy by bringing new goods and services and ideas to the table because of the research that these great higher education leaders provide.
I want to talk a little bit about academics and how are things changing over the years as the world changes in terms of perhaps new majors or new fields of study?
Yeah, and I think American higher education has been a very, very adaptive landscape for a long time. It's just the speed of change is picking up as technology is picking up. So you're seeing things like artificial intelligence, much more quantitative and data-centered literacy things coming into bear. And I'm proud that Trinity is on the leading edge of that curve. But at our core, I'm very, very proud of the evergreen nature of what you get out of a liberal arts learning environment that is truly emphasizing using all of the different multidisciplinary approaches towards solving complex problems. I firmly believe that in a future that will be dominated by artificial intelligence and by computation, the expertise that we provide with our students and our graduates to discern between good information and bad information, to be the creators of the prompts that will inform the AI, are going to really put them in a position of leadership that's going to be truly masters of understanding the human experience, which will be the most needed expertise in our future economy.
I want to talk about athletics, rich athletic history.
No question.
At Trinity College, one of my friends is in the Hall of Fame, Lindsay Davidson Page, by the way.
All right.
Give her a shout out right here. So let's talk about where you see athletics going in the future.
Yeah.
Things you want to add, things you want to improve.
Well, I think that's American higher education and athletics, go hand in hand, right? I mean, it's apple pie, right, to the complementary forces there. And I'm so happy to be at Trinity College that gets the student-athlete experience right. I've worked at all three levels of NCAA Division I, II, and III competition, and the NESCAC Conference and Division III gets it right at Trinity. Our student-athletes are students first. We've got valedictorians and salutatorians that are from our varsity rosters, and we compete, right, on the field, in the pool, on the ice, and we win. We got 3 national championships last year. I think the future bodes well. We'll always be opportunistic of thinking about emerging sports, but we won't lose that core motivation to have a truly well-balanced student-athlete experience that makes us exceptional. And I think in this changing landscape of NIL, of the professionalization, right, of Division I competition and compensation, I think there are going to be a lot of students that are going to choose. Maybe they'll be good enough to be Division I athletes, but they'll choose to go to places like Trinity that compete at the highest level, but it's not their job, right? They actually want to be college students first and then have a really robust student-athlete experience.
I want to talk a little bit about a complaint that we get often from parents and students about Trinity, and that is the location, because some people say that the state and the city need to step up its game and make it a better walk from Trinity to the capital. You pass Connecticut Children's, which is expanding and building, and Hartford Healthcare, which is investing a lot of money, but there's still abandoned diners, abandoned buildings, and a lot of kids don't feel safe walking from Trinity to downtown, which is about a mile. What would you like to see the state and the city do to help that?
Yeah, I think, one, it's always important to know that Hartford is the capital of the state, and so bringing the governor, the mayor, our legislature all together to think about how do we invest, right, in our capital city to ensure that we're raising the tide for everyone, is a really, really important project that Trinity has an important stake at that table and a leadership role to play there. I'll be quite honest with you. I'm encountering lots of students that are thriving in Hartford today.
Oh, sure. No,
right?
no, I don't disagree with you there.
That are really, really enjoying this. But I think there's a lot more potential for us to truly leverage the higher ed partners that we have there, to leverage St. Joe's and the University of Hartford and UConn's campus that's growing there. I think it'd be fantastic if Hartford became explicitly identified as a college city, as a college town, a place that draws young talent to the city to be proximate to all of those things. We've already got, we're like the basketball capital, right, of the region, and we can really lean into that even better.
Because Trinity is a big economic engine.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of employees, a lot of students spending a lot of money.
Hundreds of millions of dollars impact on the economy there, and from a direct impact in all of the community-based organizations and civic engagement enterprises that we sponsor and support.
Well, best of luck. Daniel Lugo, he's the new president of Trinity College. Go Bantams.
Go Bantams. Thank you, Dennis.
We'll see you. Thanks for coming on.
Appreciate it.
I learned how to play squash at Trinity from the great Paul Asiante. Looking to connect with this week? We invite your emails and your suggestions about possible interviews. Reach us right here at WTNH.com. Also, you can connect with me on social media. I'm on X, Instagram, and Facebook. This Week in Connecticut. We'll be right back.